Hello guys, I'm Ilshira and welcome back to my channel. So I was just thinking about things, right? And I'm laughing right now because oh my gosh, I just had this sudden realization. There are so many people out there who are so willing to tell you how to live your life. To tell you that the way you're living your life is wrong. The way you're living your life is fake. Or that you're inauthentic. Or that you're like a bad person. But like, they can't even live their own life. And I don't know, it's just, excuse me, I'm like laughing right now because it's actually so absurd. Because, tell me, you are telling me how to live my life. You are telling me that I'm fake. You're telling me that you know me better than I know myself. And you're telling me all these lists of things that I am, which I'm clearly not. Because I know myself. And now you're like twisting everything I do and everything I say. And, you know, coming up with a whole new identity of me in your head. And you're like projecting that on me, which is so absurd. Like, there's an absurd amount of people who would rather tell you how to live your life, tell you that the way you're living is horrible, the way you're living is inauthentic, the way you're living is wrong, bad. The list can go on and on, but they won't live their own life. They won't live their own life, but they're so, like, they're so locked in when it comes to telling you how to live your life. A moment of silence for these poor souls. No, oh my gosh. I cannot stop laughing. Okay. It's rude, I know. But like okay, you're telling me that I'm not being authentic. You're telling me I'm fake. You're telling me I'm toxic. You're telling me I'm bad. You're telling me I'm rude. Okay. And? Okay. Okay. That's great. If you think that's who I am, that's great. Good on you. Do I have any business with that? No, because what you think of me is none of my business. You're not benefiting my life. Hello? You're just there. Would it be different if I were if I were locking down on brand deals, like if I were networking, business deals, like sure, maybe then I would actually care about your opinion. But like, if you're just this random dude or random person who's just like telling me how to live my life, I'm not listening to you. Hello? Like, it's so, oh my gosh, it's so absurd that these people who like are so irrelevant just try to make themselves feel relevant in your life when you're not. When you are not relevant in my life. Why are you so obsessed with making me so annoyed? Why is this your task? Why is this your whole like life purpose? To make me feel bad about myself. By the way, I'm not feeling bad about myself, so you're clearly failing at it. How about you actually find your actual life purpose, right? Right? The gifts God gave you, the gifts the universe gave you, and actually do something with that instead of telling me how to live my life? Yeah? How about we do that instead? Right? Yeah? Because I still cannot fathom, oh my gosh, how many people are so, like, they're so dedicated to making you feel so bad about yourself and the way you're living your life, but they don't do anything with their life. They don't do anything to improve their life. They don't do anything to help themselves. They don't do anything. Period. They don't do anything. So then why okay. Okay. If you're someone who like feels bad about what these people are saying, I feel you because I was once there too. But I want you to think about it. Really, like the absurdity. These people are willing to tell you how to live your life, but they're not living their own life. Why are they they're not experts, okay? Hey, we need to stop listening to people like they're experts at everything and just start looking underneath what they're saying, because words, they're surface level, okay? Words, they're surface level. You can like cook up something like really nice and it can all still be a lie. You need to like stop treating other people's words as prophecy, okay? You need to stop listening to other people, and you know, especially people that like talk bad about you. Like, come on, bro. You're telling me that this person said that your life is horrible, or that you are fake and that you are toxic, and you just accepted that you're toxic? This person said you're toxic. This person thinks you're toxic. Do you think you're toxic? Why are you agreeing with this person? Why are you feeling so bad about yourself? This person is the one who thinks that way about you, which reflects what they think about themselves. You're not toxic. If this person thinks you're toxic, okay, they're probably battling their own inner demons. It's not about you. It's never personal. It's never about you. Everything about them. Every insult other people send your way is a reflection of what they think about themselves, okay? Okay, I'll tell you a story, okay? I'm short, okay? In height, I'm short, okay? Of course, there's some people that just tease me about it because, you know, hahaha, you're so short, right? Of course, there's some people that do that, right? I'm not talking about those people. I'm talking about the people that made fun of me for my height, but then they were insecure about their own height. You know, either they felt like they were too tall, or they felt like they were, like, you know, like, they didn't like their height. So they would insult me and make fun of me and how short I am. Okay. It's not that deep. Okay, it really isn't. When other people insult you, when other people tell you how to live your life, when other people tell you that the way you're living your life is inauthentic, is not real, they're telling on themselves. Trust me when I tell you, these people, they're not happy with their own lives. They would much rather talk ish about your life, tell you that you're not living your life right. They're so willing to tell you how to live your life, but they're not living their own. Genuinely, they're like so absent in their own life. Why are they so involved in your life? They're like this, I don't know, I shouldn't compare it like that, but they're so involved in your life, but they're so absent from their own life. Like, why are you being an emotionally available parent to your own life, and you're being so emotionally available to this other person that has nothing to do with you, that does not care about you? Make it make sense. It does make sense, because they don't like their life. They don't feel the easiest thing in the world, and I will repeat this, and I will die on the hill saying this. The easiest thing people can do is blame shift. Oh, they don't like their life? Oh, it must be because of this person, that person. Victim mindset. Like, literally, you go outside, there's so many insecure people online and outside, especially when they're, you know, I guess when they're in that little phase, you know, in their like teens, 20s, you know, there's some that are like in their 40s and their 50s and they're like kind of insecure, but I'm like, I'm not listening to you. You're not living the life I want to live. Why should I listen to you? Really, look at the people in your life. Do you want to live the life that these people are living? If not, whatever they say, listen from one ear and unlisten it through the other. It goes in, it goes out. Don't let it stick. My mom and my parents always told me this. They're like, you know, whatever other people tell you, from one ear you listen and then take it out from the other. I don't know. They said that in Hindi, but एक कान से सुनो, दूसरे कान से बाहर निकाल दो. So, which is basically translating to listen from one ear, don't unlisten it from the other, you know. But that's all for today. I was laughing because I'm a little interesting that way, but thank you for watching. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Okay, bye bye.